We're rolling? Really? All right. Well, this is The Muse Has Struck. This is a poem that Delane handed me that you gave to Delane to give to me. And that was this morning, and at 2 o'clock, this pretty much kind of was finished being created. So I came over. I wanted to present this, see if we can pull this off. But like you say, only fresh horse manure steams. Your footprints on the road and nothing more. Wanderer, there is no road. You make the way as you go, and as you go, you make the way. And upon glancing behind, one sees the path that never will be trod again. Wanderer, there is no road, only foam trails upon the sea.
The rumor that it was supposed to be about love, which kind of put me in a pickle because I don't love much. But I do love nature, and I do love myself as part of nature. And so I sent a message out into the internet land to the artist Shiloh Sophia, and she conveys something that I have never been able to about my journey home here. And this is how she shares it. One day, you will look and you will find the place that you never looked before, that has been there all along. Then you will remember, though you won't be fully certain what it is you remember. You just feel it and know it without need for words. Then you will walk into the forest, the one you have walked in many times, only this time you see the secret doors. Doors you imagined existed but had no idea where to look. Somehow you just knew there were secret doors that needed opening by you. You will know that you have been prepared all of your life to knock on the secret doors now made visible to you. You, however, will not be prepared at all for the surprising access. This sacred rite is a gift of grace that you will have to live into over time. You may choose not to look all at once. You will find messages you wrote to yourself that you don't remember writing. You will find maps that you drew to places you have never been but have always missed being. You will step out of who you have carefully crafted yourself to be and into what you already are, and it will be natural. It will be natural, but only once you get used to flying without wings or need for certainty. You will want to tell everyone about the secret doors we can't see because we aren't looking with the eyes of the heart, the ones we didn't know were there. Take your time. There is no hurry here. Little darling, take your time. On that note, I'd like to share something that I discovered when knocking on the secret doors of the forest. I'm really fortunate to live on a piece of property that was planted by one of the old Hodads in 1974, and it was a slash and burn clear cut. And he's a very humble man who would never say this about himself, but he planted the entire ecosystem that I've spent my life exploring and have now raised my children and grandchildren and always found a place to call home. And he's not related to me. His name's Steve Stock. He's one of the old Hodads, and he is my elder, and I'm really grateful to him. And I was contemplating one day, and it said, "We must work together." The sky is who said it. As above, so below. And then the old oak tree began to speak to me, a reminder of youth gone wild and sweet corn on the ear, fresh from the stalk, the magic of fresh food and freedom, a gate to lock away the world and a mountain to play on, a secret forest of broken dreams and fairy tales. And then this story was spoken to me, one man's garden, Steve of the trees. Want to know something about the real bee's knees? Let me show you the garden of Steve of the trees. Once upon a time, in a land where he stays, Steve of the trees found a place he could play. From a land of you can't, he discovered he could when he found the magical land that we call you woods. It sat on the north-facing slope, recently harvested but still full of hope. Where others saw only a barren wasteland, Steve of the trees saw something to heal with his own two hands. So working as hard as a man thinks he can, he planted an entire forest out on that land. Every step that he took makes a difference today. I sit in the shade of one of his trees, learning about what Mother Earth needs. No one is certain just how it ends, but I know these stories must begin again. When all is forgotten and there is no time and no hope, come to the land, he'll throw you a line or a rope. Cross through the forest and go down the path. Enjoy the safe haven and you do the math. Do you want to continue to bemoan the destruction? Or do you want to feed the construction? There is much to be learned from back to the land and learning to mend things like Steve of the trees, who used his own two hands. To make of a place at the end of the road a magical garden where wild souls can grow. He is my elder, and I will do all that I can to share with you truly about this man. We all make a difference, and that I can see from the shade of the forest of Steve of the trees. We are the gatekeepers to the heart of this land, where healing has happened just as he planned. The lesson is clear, but the path will be hard. Start where you are, in your own backyard. Plant what is needed and as much and as fast as you can. Like Steve of the trees, go back to the land. When generations have passed and the sun sets again, I'll tell you a tale of how it began.
That's it. All righty. Yeah.
I'll try to be as chill as all of you guys out of there. Okay, well, I didn't know it was about love, but I think that'll work out.
All right.
I wrote, first I've got one from myself I'm going to get it over with, and then I've got a few from Hal that he wrote a long time ago. This one, how will this end? It is said when death comes, consciousness leaves the body as easily as a single hair being pulled out of butter. Contemplating this sobering thought, I wonder, at that time, will my mind be clear? Or will it be full of stuff like now, quivering with doubt in front of all of you? Like, or when I wake and first thing I think, where's the coffee? And let me hold it in my hand, and then squinting in the mirror to see how old I look this morning. The shock. And that's just the beginning. I briefly sit and contemplate empty, luminous nature, relishing that essential state. I look like a meditator, fooling even myself. Occasionally, though, briefly, my imagination takes forays out in that state, in a spacious tent of light. Today, I forayed out to the bookstore below, hovered with rays and equanimity over my latest mess of bookkeeping, giving love to the poor entanglement. Then I flew out with iridescence to the center of the store, sharing energy with the crystal orb there. I watched books slowly open around me, pages like leaves blown in wind, shaman, poets, wordsmiths, storytellers revealed, doorkeepers, crafters, guardians of myth. Then, oh my goodness, it's 9 o'clock, breakfast, and like a race car driver punching round the track, off to work. Quick pit stop, load up, throttling off again. All this reverent joy dumped in a heap on the floor. Gone, gone. What race am I in? How will this end? Okay, this is Hal, and he wrote one called Harvest Prayer. I hope I can read it well enough because I'm not used to reading his poems. But anyway, seeds fall down on fertile ground or on barren places in myriad ways, maples in motion, softly blown dandelions in tender clutches of wind-busy breathing creatures, high floating on robin feathers, sparrow beaks, dove wings, meadow larks dropped by bears eating berries, dropped by brown mice stealing grain, manhandled into lined fields, continue forever as night turns around with day over and all was over.
Yeah.
Here's one from tree planting days. Long range planning. Here we stand, looking back at 10,000 lines, millions of trees. They will survive us to wipe the future's ass. Here we stand looking ahead at 10,000 lines, millions of trees. Will we survive them? Dirt heads with bent backs waiting for the next $50 day near some suburb. Money pooled on ice, right notion, wrong century. Is this all we know? Have we seen nothing, learned nothing? Will we move this trip elsewhere or die to be buried in, oh my God, cardboard boxes? Two more. Okay, this one up, apocalypse number 2. Consider the blood running deep through time, current of scarlet animal liquor, which heat of nuclear and frost of death evaporate in the afternoon sun, souls transubstantiating in the afternoon sun. There is always blood on earth, for this we are happy, as it passes from one to the other, unspilled buckets warm and scarlet. See the blood as it flows through grain fields, conversations, downtowns in circles like the Grand Ronde, or just here and there, you, madam, are a package of blood, and sir, the same for you. Marketing procedures, it's as if the cellophane speaks the product, corporations run the director, strings pull the deal. The blood flows and it is important, but the packages have assumed too much. And now they meddle with the blood, and now they can boil it, and now they all at once for its own good think of the red steam rising all at once, red rising steam. There was always blood on earth, and for this we are sad. A toast to such love, the last. To such love, a shining tear for truth as it grows in our hearts, holding both hands around pain and beauty, life and death measured red by white. We live in the run of the second along a terrible, shining edge. Breathe deep, count blessings, choose each other each moment in this run through time. We must watch each other come and go, alone through eternity. Rivals, lovers, and friends, take the cup and roll for love is all there ever is.
Yeah! I'm 67. Why do I keep working on a revolution that I wouldn't live to see the end of, and I may never work, and blah, blah, blah. Why do I do it? Because of this young couple I saw walking in the rain towards Safeway one day. Let me tell you why I do what I do and keep doing it. And at a certain point in here, if you're paying attention, you'll be able to help me with them as well. It's called paper bag poetry. Rainbows and rain walk together on the wet sidewalks. A shy girl and a young man without the muscles for a mustache. Yet she's strong for him and passes the car keys to him and carries the grocery bag against her breasts like a baby as he drives. As he drives, he's looking for their song on the radio all the way home. There is so much they have to hope for, and so much we'll never know. Standing in the kitchen of the mobile home that they call home, where did that box of crackers like little goldfish go? Who slipped the gossip magazine with the big breasts beauty queen? He pops open a beer and gives her the first gulp to her. They stand on that yellow linoleum, all poor people know. They will make their stand on this butt-ugly yellow lino. Go, young couple, go! They will make their stand on this butt-ugly yellow lino. Go, young people, go! Help me out, I'm coughing. They will make their stand on this butt-ugly yellow lino. Go, young couple, go! That's why I do it.
Okay, that was a little risque for here, but that's about how risque we can get.
Okay. Okay, all right. Now we're going to go to the fourth slot. I believe this is their first time appearing in the Southern Willamette Valley. These are the Glam Grams. Good Lord, look at these ladies. Go ahead.
No, you don't want that in front of us. No, I don't.
Well, I'm going to lower the mic for the ladies here.
Would you please?
Okay.
Should we have
Yes, Seth.
one?
Good job.
Huh?
Should we have three or just one? Three is fine.
Can you give them 3 microphones and a pitcher of tequila? Just,
Have
hold
that
on.
already.
This one's, you can do this one.
You don't really need.
Are you ready for a little silliness tonight?
This one works. That works. They all work. They all work.
We're good. Well, then they have to
All right, ladies, you're on your own.
so good.
Well, you get to be our age, you start thinking about death. So here we go.
Ready?
Oh,
Down with Forest Lawn in a silver casket.
put golden flowers over my head in a silver basket. Let the drum and bugle corps blow taps while cannons roar. And 16 liveried employees pass out souvenirs from the funeral store. I want to go simply when I go. They'll give me a simple funeral there, I know, with a casket lined in fleece and fireworks spelling out rest in peace. Oh, take me when I'm gone to Forest Lawn. Oh, lay me down in Forest Lawn, they understand there. And they have a heavenly choir and a military band there. Just put me in their care, I'll find my comfort there. With 16 planes in last salute, dropping across in a parachute. I want to go simply when I go. They'll give me a simple funeral there, I know, with 100 strolling strings
And topless dancers with golden wings.
Oh, take me when I'm gone to Forest Lawn. Oh, come, 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 come to the church in the wildwood. Kindly leave your contribution in the pail. Be as simple and as trusting as a child would, and we'll sell you the church in the mail. To find a simple resting place is my desire. To lay me down with a smiling face comes a little bit higher. I'll stand in my likeness stand in grass. We'll stand in plastic grass, and weights and hidden springs will tip its hat to the mourners finally pass. I want to go simply when I go. They'll give me a simple funeral there, I know. I'll lie beneath the sun with piped-in tapes of Billy Graham. Oh, take me when I'm gone to Forest Lawn. Rock of Ages cleft for me for a slightly higher fee. Oh, take me when I'm gone to Forest Lawn.
Thank you, sir.